Hello, everyone. As we have been now for 231 days, we try to put as much shalom as we can into our Shabbat as we enter the Torah portion called Behar. Behar is the Torah portion that actually is deeply connected to agriculture. Hence, this little background behind me with seeds being planted. It is the idea that we are supposed to not just find ways to rest ourselves as human beings, but also to find ways to allow the land to rest. And there is a system in which every 7 years, the land should rest in some way. Then we count the 7 year period 7 times for a total of 49 times. And then that 50th year becomes something called the Yovel. And in English, that means the Jubilee year. And it is a year that is filled with all kinds of agricultural release, meaning all kinds of certain products and the way that the land is set up. Also, certain debts are released. Actually, it's not just agricultural. Um, there are all kinds of other aspects. If you were lucky enough to be in Israel during the Yovel, when Israel turned 50, then it was quite a year long of this celebrating of the land. The system in which it has been created has been very, very intelligent, and clearly it's hard. If you own one little piece of land, it's hard to just, for lack of a better term, shut it down for a whole year, because then all of your crops and all of your ability to make money and to harvest goes out the window. And so it's almost as if you think of a piece of land that looks like a square or a rectangle, and it's almost as if the farmers took the square and divided the square into four parts, and then kept one part always on a rotation that was open, which also allowed the field to still have a lot of nutrients in it. So that's what's a beautiful part about Behar. The complicated part for us, particularly now and this year, is that it also talks about letting people free. There was within Judaism a concept of servitude. It was less of slavery and more of an indentured servitude. But these periods of time, in these cycles of time based on Behar, allow for people to be freed. And so the concept of freedom for us, the concept of the fact that we are running around and being part of our regular day in terms of having regular meals and going to the movies and having a chance to sleep in our own beds for 231 days, people who are essentially slaves to Hamas, is a very complicated situation for us. So let's not let that sit with us easily. Let's not push that along. Let's think to ourselves, try to imagine what it feels like for 231 days to not be in your bed. So on this Shabbat, I invite us to think of that crop culture, the idea that we work so hard to take care of land, and how much the concept of land is part of the Jewish people, that it sits deeply in our hearts, the concept of land. And also, of course, let's not ever lose sight of the fact that so many of our so many brothers and sisters to us are still in the hands of Hamas. Not too long from now will be our Erev Shabbat service, 6:30 p.m. as usual, and then tomorrow morning at 8:30 will be our service and Torah discussion. Look forward to finding ways for us to continue to put as much shalom into our Shabbat, and I look forward to seeing you soon.